Good morning, Dragonlings. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to check and make sure everything is working correctly, and then we'll be back to chat a little bit. All right, it seems everything's working the way it's supposed to. Hello, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes, and we're going to be doing some Preptober productivity sprints today. I am doing NaNoWriMo. I'm curious to see who all else is doing NaNoWriMo and how you're preparing for it, if at all. Like if you're a pantser, so maybe you're not preparing for it. And if you're not doing NaNoWriMo, what are you planning on doing this next couple of months and instead? For NaNoWriMo, I'm going to be working on Hunter's Betrayal, which is the first book in the Shifters and Mages series. I'm doing a rewrite of it. I originally wrote it as a novella, and then my editor looked at it and was like, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but this is not a novella. This is a novel, and these are the things you need to expand upon, and this is where you need more detail. And I'm like, well, fudge, you're right. So that's what I'm going to be doing for NaNoWriMo, and I'm going to be using this month to prep myself and do research, re-outline it, and get myself ready for rewriting it. So what is everyone else working on today? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, the way we do sprints is that I will put up a timer on the screen. We'll also use the forest app, and I closed it for some reason. I don't know why. We'll be using the forest app to grow trees. We're doing 25-minute sprints, and let me go ahead and get the code up for the first tree if you want to plant a tree with me. There is a new tree that released today, so if you do not have it, feel free to what is it called? Hold on. I did not think of the name of it. Store. I popped onto the forest app and it automatically showed me a notification that there was a new tree. I'm going to mispronounce this, so I'm just going to type it in. Jacaranda? That's probably wrong. I know that's wrong. There's no way that's right. Anyways, let me create this room real quick. I had to back out of it to get the name of it. 3Z SJ YA I feel like that I recognize that name. Is that the tree that they mentioned in Kanto? I feel like that's the tree they mentioned in Kanto, in which case I'm pronouncing it close, but not exactly right. Good morning, Stephanie. Been working on a small town romance novel outline this past month. Awesome. Congrats. I'm looking forward to that. Is that what you're going to be, are you going to be doing NaNoWriMo? And is that your NaNoWriMo project? Or are you going to finish up the outline and start working on it this month? I'm curious. But anyways, for the sprints, we're going to do 4 25-minute sprints. For those who want to grow a tree with me, there's the code. We're going to be growing. This is the new tree. Let's see if it'll show. Oh man, it won't show. It's purple. Yeah, it's not showing. Sorry. It's purple. It's pretty. It's a pretty purple tree. But the other thing I do during the sprints is there'll be a dialogue prompt or some kind of prompt on the screen. You don't have to use it. It's just there if you want to write but don't know what you want to write about. Maybe it'll inspire you. We're doing 4 sprints today, so I have 4 prompts ready to go. So yeah, we'll give it another minute, see if there's anyone else that wants to join in the sprint. Good morning, Cat Paw. Having breakfast. I need to do that too. I pulled out some leftovers from the fridge, but it's like a cold pasta that you're supposed to eat cold. However, it's too cold. So I've been letting it sit for like the past 30-ish minutes so it can like warm up to room temperature because it's hurting my teeth trying to eat it. It's too cold. I have sensitive teeth. I am a weakling. But Catpaw, did you want to join in the... I'll send you an invite just in case, because I remember you saying something about wanting invites. And then if you don't want to grow a tree with us, that's fine. You can ignore the invite. Good morning, Mama Ward. How are you today? Nom nom chatter chatter nom nom chatter. I feel that because that's going to be me during this first sprint. I'm going to mute myself and turn off the camera, and I'm going to be shoving my face full of food. Oh, goodness. I'll get us started on our first sprint in a minute. I wanted to give Catpaw enough time to join the room if she wanted to. Mama Ward, I remember you don't do the 4-step, correct? I feel like that's correct. My goal is to finish outlining and start it this month. Okay, won't be a full draft by the end of the month, especially since we're traveling from PA to Texas. Ooh, there you go. Made waffles for the youngest when she drove herself to work. Oh, look at her! All grown up but got a license now. Congrats. That means you don't have to play chauffeur, which means more time for writing. I'm just saying. Don't have a phone. It doesn't work for laptop. It does. You can't grow a tree with us, but there is the Chrome extension if you're using Google Chrome. Because I have the extension, and you can grow a tree. You just can't grow a tree with us. So you could still grow trees. I'm just saying. It just wouldn't be like there. You could ignore the You could ignore the code. Mom Uber is retired. I'm sorry. You're over there like, oh my gosh, my baby's all grown up. And if I was in your position, I'd be like, yeah, more time for writing. Everyone tells me, like, you'll miss them when they're little. And I'm sitting there going, no, I do not miss a damn thing when they were little. Oh, fuck that shit. I'm glad that they're old enough to take care of themselves somewhat. And they only need me a little bit. Every time someone's like, you'll miss this stage. And I'm like, no, I can't wait for this stage to be gone. That tells me that while I am an okay mom and I'm keeping the children alive, I will never, ever, ever be a great mom. Pre-sale went live. My 5-day 3Ds. Oh, nice. Congrats. I was like that when the first 2 started driving. Now that's the last time it's driving her in commute chats. Oh, well, okay. I get that. I just get enough sass from my kids that I'm like, I'm not going to miss it when it's gone, especially since I know I'm going to hear about it later. I have sassy children, and I low-key love it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this first sprint started. We're already 7 minutes into this stream. We're only doing 4 sprints. I'm not doing the long live streams anymore. Oh my God, those killed me. So let's go ahead and let me get us set up for our first sprint, which is, here's our first dialogue prompt for the season. Which reminds me, I want to talk a little bit about, oh, don't know you. It said potential spam. We can ignore it. Okay. So there's our, oh, that's what I was missing. Here we go. Boom. Our timer. I was like, what else am I missing? Right. Super sassy. It's my fault. Same. Fun while it lasted. Don't worry. They will come back and, sass your pants off whenever you don't want it. It'll be when you don't want the sass that you get the sass. All right, here we go. We're going to do 25 minutes. We're going to start. I'm going to go eat breakfast, and then I'm going to start doing my nano prep. So here we go. 25 minutes. Write all the words, do all the things, eat breakfast, whatever it is you're doing. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know what you did, how you did in the comments. Excuse me. I am going to go ahead and get our next tree ready. We're going to grow the same kind of tree all day today. I'm just going to make a new room. So for those who want to grow a tree, and then I'll come back to the comments in just a minute. That's right. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, there we go. During that sprint, I did some research on Puritan clothing and dress, and I did some research. Fun fact. Most of those accused during the Salem witch trials were pardoned, but apparently Elizabeth Johnson Jr. was not pardoned until 2022. For some reason, when they did the pardon, her name was left off the list, and a group of 8th grade or 7th and 8th grade, I think it said, kids discovered that her name was left off, and she still hadn't been pardoned, and they did a whole campaign to get her pardoned, and they succeeded. So she was officially pardoned in, I think, July of 2022. So last year, guys, she was only pardoned last year. That's crazy. I did not realize that there were still people that hadn't been pardoned yet from that. So the more you know. If you didn't know, now you do. Let's see. There was lots of comments. So I gotta scroll back up a little bit. Good morning, Qwerty. Welcome. I'm surprised to see you here since you streamed a lot yesterday. You do some extremely long streams. I look on and I'm like, she's already been streaming for like 6 hours. Holy crap. Or most of the time I don't know about it because I'm not on my computer that often. Oh, hush you. I have to mute my phone. Most of the time I don't know. I don't look at YouTube often. So I don't see your streams until like you've already ended them. And I'm like, this stream lasted 8 hours. Holy crap. At least it feels that way. I don't know if you've actually done an 8-hour one, but damn. Lots to talk about the weather. It is cold here. It is in the 30s outside, I believe. I can't check while the app is open. And yeah, it's been raining off and on for the past couple of days. Yesterday, if I'd been off work, would have been the perfect day to sit down in a chair and read because it was raining off and on. But I was at work, so I couldn't. Makes me sad. That's okay. But yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Ate breakfast, started watching the latest Authors Behaving Badly video from Reads with Rachel. Lovely autumn weather. Didn't finish up my bullet journal. I have my planner sitting on the desk beside me. I've been using the HB90 planner for the past couple of quarters, and Q1 starts tomorrow, or Q4, sorry. Q4 starts tomorrow, and I haven't even like started it. So that's fun. What sounds like a good story prompt? Oh, the fact that so I am writing a prequel story to my modern day Shifters and Mages stories, and it is based around the Salem witch trials, which is why I'm looking into all this. And a brief part of me was like, what if Elizabeth Johnson Jr. was related to my witch, who is actually a witch in the story? And I was like, no, can't do that. Can't do that. Cannot use actual names, Skye. Nope, that's a good way to get sued. Don't do it. Fuck you. Stop it. Stop it. But like that thought briefly crossed my mind. I was like, oh, that would be so cool if it was either the same character or if it was a different character but related. I have a world in which the witches just accept being burned as an annoyance. They're not allowed to refuse it because it calms the non-magic populace. They have phoenix blood. Oh, that is so cool. They revive from the ash at dawn unless the ash is sealed in a jar. I read a book recently that dealt with witches, and it was very interesting. Let me see if I can remember what the name of it was. Oh, hush, kitty. Let me pause the cat real quick. because I do want to at least put the name of the book in the reading log. It's the only thing that's on my Notion that I'm actually keeping up to date with is my reading tracker. The Wild is the Witch was the name of it. Let me grab the link for it because that's the kind of person I am. I have links. I thought this was a really good book. But you're saying that burning reminded me of it because the whole story starts because the main character is friends, her best friend gives her boyfriend magic, and apparently someone who's not born with magic, you can give them magic, but there's two things that could happen. Either A, their body will accept the magic and they'll be okay and they'll become a what's known as a mage instead of a witch. Witches are natural born, mages are not natural born. Or they burn up and die. So the whole story starts with the main character, her best friend gave her boyfriend magic and he did not survive. And it starts with the trial of her best friend getting accused of murdering her boyfriend. So, and the main character is there as a witness because she found her best friend. She was staying with her best friend or her best friend was staying with her when all of this happened. So, yeah, I was just like, oh, this is intense. But you're saying about burning up and reviving at dawn reminded me of that. And I'm like, this was a good book. You should read it. I like it. I liked it. It's gotten a lot of negative reviews in some ways, but I liked it. But all right, let's do our next sprint. We got 25 minutes. We're going to see, Courtney and I are thinking alike. I read it in like 2 months ago. I think it was. All right, here we go. Here's our next dialogue prompt. We're going to do another sprint, 25 minutes. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Where's my cat? All right, that is time. How'd you do? What you do? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll get our next tree set up for us before I come back to the chat and see what all's going on. So let me change that real quick. There we go. All right, so I did more research. I've been looking up more stuff about Puritan clothing and the religion revolving around the Salem witch trials and why it all happened. And then I was um, looking up like recommendations for movies to watch, and The Witch popped up, which I have seen before. And then I was reading through it, and I was like, that's not what I'm looking for. So it's close, but it's not. But I do think I need to watch that this season anyways because it is spooky season. So I'll probably watch it anyways. All right, here we go. World build has sages, light magic users, and mages, shadow magic users, attending a school in a pocket dimension. And through the sabotage of magic competition, the main learns she can use both. Ooh. Over her bestie's betrayal, she realizes the intent of heart, which governs magic, is a fabrication. Oh. Yes, add it to your list. I enjoyed it. It gets looking through the reviews on Script, which is what I've been using to listen to audiobooks. It has gotten a lot of hate. There are things that I wish had been expanded upon in the book. Like it would have been really cool to learn more about the magic system, but at the same time, there was enough there that it made the story interesting. It was more a personal preference thing, but it gets a lot of hate in reviews, at least on Script. So I've learned not to look at the reviews on Script because honestly, those people can go fuck themselves. Because there's been a lot of books I've listened to with terrible reviews that I have loved, and then the books that I have hated on Script and listened to on Script get glowing reviews, and I'm looking at going, what the fuck? So, but yeah, that's where I stand. Is I've been doing all of that. Oh boy, hi Miss Swift, how are you? Okay. But I've got like 15 tabs open right now because I'm researching different things for Puritans and Salem witch trials and all that jazz. So I've got to narrow my list down and like take notes. I don't know where my notebook went that I was going to take notes in. I have to go find it. Okay. But how did everyone else do on that last sprint? Just out of curiosity. I didn't see anyone talking about what they did. So tell me. I want to know. I'm nosy. You're just in time, Miss Swift. We got 2 more sprints left we're going to do. This one coming up and the next one. I'm only doing 4 today. Doing the really long streams just wore me out, and I'm taking a break from those, and I might return to the really long streams come November, but I got to go grocery shopping this afternoon. I've got a lot of things to do in between in between the time I end the stream and when my husband get home, so we can all go to grocery shopping. So that's part of the reason I'm doing shorter streams, or at least normal streams, I should say, because my streams usually were only 2 hours long, and then for some reason I started increasing them to 3 and doing 6 sprints, and I don't know why, but I did, and I regret it right now. And I'll probably do it again in November because I'm a glutton for punishment. That's how I feel about book. Okay, Book Talk keeps suggesting like really spicy YA romance, and I'm sorry if it's that spicy, it's not YA. We've had that discussion before. That's all I'm going to say about it. I do not like Goodreads. I use Goodreads to grab the book covers, and that's it. I don't even look at Goodreads anymore. Morning stuff, housework, getting ready. There you go. Who else doing NaNoWriMo? Let me know in the comments while we get ready on this next sprint, because that's exactly what I'm working on. I'm working on prepping for my NaNoWriMo project. Is anyone else doing NaNoWriMo? All right, let's get started. We're going to do this next sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh. The cat scared me that time. I'll admit that I jumped. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments below. Let me go ahead and get our last tree set up for sprints, and then I'll come back to the chat and see how everyone did. Create room. There we go. Let's see. Hide that, delete that. Let's edit this. All right, there we go. There's our next code. I did more research into Puritan dress. I found my notebook that I wanted to use for notes. It's not actually the notebook I want to use for notes, but screw it. It's close enough. Let's see. Let's do. I asked about NaNoWriMo. And here we go. I may be a Nano Rebel this year and convert the 3 Daisy, the Warehouse shorts into a novel. Okay. Still trying to figure out how to write the parallel story Scarlet Charlotte and the Alphas, Lunas, Omegas rejected rogue cousin. Say that 5 times fast. Holy crap. Even if I do Nano, it will be Rebel, just on a different project than the one I'm currently working on. You know, I've been a Rebel every year since pretty much my 3rd year doing Nano. That being said, the story I'm going to be working on for Nano this year is now book 1 was originally just going to be a novella. And the original first 2 that were book 1 and 2 that are now book 2 and 3 were both written during NaNoWriMo. Book 1 was actually my very first NaNoWriMo story, and book 2 was like my 3rd or 4th NaNoWriMo story, and I completed both during NaNoWriMo. And I seem to have this tendency to start with novellas and turn them into novels, because book 2 was originally a novella that I turned into a novel. Book 1 is now a novella that I'm turning into a novel, and book 3 was always a novel from the get-go, just because I had already planned it that way after writing. Book 2 was originally supposed to be a single standalone novella. It did not stay that way. So I see a recurring theme in my writing. I think something's going to be a novella and it turns into a novel. Catpaw has a short story they want to get ready for Nano. Love the one I'm working on. At the same time, can't wait. Right? I have so many plans for short stories. Like, I was recently published in an anthology with my Monster Under the Bed story. We're not going to go into details about that anthology. I am a little more than irked. The anthology's been released for 2 months. It's in our contract that we get 2 free copies of the anthology. I still don't have my copies. She hasn't even sent them. I'm so pissed. I have a lot of other thoughts about this anthology, but I can't make that video until I have my copies in my hand, because otherwise I'm pretty certain I'm going to piss someone off with my video, and I don't give a shit. But at the same time, I want to wait to do my blasphemy video until after I have my copies that are part of my contract. To say I'm a little heated is But I've got 2 other short story ideas that go along with that one. I've got 2 other short story ideas that go along with my other anthology submission that's no longer published, Presumed Dead. It was part of an exclusive round that is now not available anymore. So, like, I have short story ideas, and I've got to figure out when I'm going to write them. Eldest just sent me a picture that says, "Yes, I'm cold. I'm always cold." Yep. Corey took a shower and worked on getting a refund for some clothes that don't fit. Aw, that sucks. Mama did dishes and cleaned the kitchen. Came here for a ride. Ooh, I want to go on a writing retreat. Chapter 39 on the other manuscript. I decided to look at that. It would be so much easier if I didn't have a fan to not overheat. Wow. Writing the tree method. Ask for the backend access to the page. I'm not allowed to do that because I'm not the publisher. So, yeah. But I did blast her the other day about it because she hadn't even sent them yet. And I was like, when are we going to get our copies? She's waiting to hear back from another author about whether or not she wants her copies. Actually, I'm going to send her now a message. I'm going to be sending a nasty gram because I'm tired of this. This is bullshit. And you guys are going to see me send it live because it irritates me. Let's see. Can we get an estimate of when we'll receive our copies? I have friends have already gotten their own, and that's not true. It doesn't have to be true. I don't give a shit. Let's see. Cleaned up dictation. Yeah, I'm sorry. You should. There was one anthology I was part of that I was also supposed to get a free copy of. I never got a copy of it before the publishing house closed. I'm still, I'm sort of mad about it, but at the same time, I'm not, because honestly, the cover was shit and I didn't want it on my shelf. I had already, the cover was commissioned long after the anthologies were submitted and put together, and yeah, it was gross. And she's probably gonna get mad at me about this message, especially since it's to the whole team group. But yeah, this is ridiculous. The book's been out for 2 going on 3 months, and we still haven't received our copies yet, and that's bullshit. Bull fucking shit. And I'm sorry you had to wait a year for that because that's ridiculous. I went ahead and asked for access too, just in case. All right, let's do this is going to be our last sprint, I believe. I believe it is. Give me a second. I can tell you for certain. Yes, this is our last sprint. All right, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oops. All right, that is time. How'd you do what you do? Let me know in the comments. And that was our last sprint. So let me go ahead and close the kitty timer because we are done with it. I did more research into Salem witch trial stuff, and I'm actually starting to write down the list of names of those who were accused of witchcraft during the Salem witch trials, just because I think it'd be cool to have that list. Also, it lets me know like the common names that were used during that time period, because that was a comment that what my editor made, was the fact that some of my names weren't like typical for that time period, and I do want it to be closer because it is based in a certain time period. I need it to be authentic for that time period, especially since it is fiction, but at the same time, yeah, it's historical fiction to a certain extent. Anyways, so let's see. Just venting. I've let this sucker rest for a good 6 months now. I still want to scream and throw it. Okay, so I feel that so much because this series that I'm getting ready to do the rewrite of the first book was originally the book 2 and 3 were originally published with a small press, and when they closed their doors, I did not want to touch this story for 5 years. It was 5 years before I sent it to my editor, my current editor, and said, "Hey, I'm interested in republishing this. Can you look at it?" So I feel that so much. It sucks. If you're able to, if it's not something like you're trying to get out like now, I would still set it aside until you can look at it without wanting to scream and throw it across the room. Because that sucks. It's been 10 years almost since I was originally published with those first 2 books, and I'm just now, within like the past 2 years, seriously getting back into trying to finish the series. So I worked on my planner. Cordy, what kind of planner do you use, out of curiosity? Because like I have been really into planners lately. Normal for this time of year. December is not, I don't do any writing in December. December is all about getting my planners ready for the next year. And I'm using the HB90 planner this quarter, but even so, I've been looking at the past couple of days going, I don't wanna. So I actually ordered some new, I've been looking at the Sterling Ink Common Planner. And while there's no planners ready, Cordy, go ahead and shoot me a link if you're able to. Let me jump onto the Let me jump onto the YouTube page so I can approve it. Let's see, view on YouTube. There we go. I want to see that. I love that name, Carpe Team. I'm here for it. But I ordered some common planner. They don't have the planner itself for sale right now. They did a pre-order that I missed. Apparently, even though I was subscribed to newsletters, I probably got the email and was too busy, didn't even look at it, and deleted it. Let's see. I can't copy that, so I can just go Google it. There we go. Haha. Success. Planner. There we go. Ha 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 ha. I found it. Oh. 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 17-month. That is not the right one. I want the 2024 one. Mean. Wait. Yep, there it is. Aha. Aha ha ha. I may have found it. I want to see what the inside looks like. Show me the innards. Okay, I love the fact that it uses black and white. Or is it? Yes. That is super cool. Okay, that's not a planner for me because of the layout, but that's still cool. I love it. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Took me. Where did it go? StreamYard decided to update all the comments, so I lost the comment I was trying to read. It took me 4 years to write the 3rd book in the Revelation Night trilogy, and I still have the last chapters of the So I had originally written the final book in this series that I'm going to be rewriting the 1st book of, and I don't know where it is because the only copies I can find are 3/4 finished, but not completely finished like I had finished it. So I'm going to basically have to rewrite that one from the ground up, which is fine, I guess, but that's just another reason for me to be like, fuck this shit. All fish must be seized. They are becoming too intelligent for their own good. Do not let the fish overlords get any further inland. I want to love Bujo, but I am a person that, so once I find a layout I really like, I just use that same layout over and over again. I'm not like these fancy Bujo people who do like different themes and different layouts every month. So making my own Bujo / planner just it's too time consuming for how consistent it is. And I've tried like designing my own pages on like Canva and stuff and then printing those out. But I still get to the point where once it's done to being designed, I'm like, fuck this shit. I don't want to touch it. So I need something that's already set up for me, but in a way that's close enough to what I want that I will stick with it. So I'm going to be trying the little booklets that are still available on the Sterling Ink Common Planner site and seeing how those work. We'll see. Symptom tracker. Oh, and that's the other thing is I think the booklets will be good for me because I can use each booklet for different things. So like, where did I write my list? Give me a second. I have my list that I started writing out last night. I can't reach it. Give me a hot second. I found it on the table. So like, I want one that's just for tracking my writing and publishing. I want one that's for like mental health and self-care. And I want one that's for like daily tasks / journaling, because that's the biggest thing. And while I like an all-in-one, I don't like having everything in one place because it gets all jumbled up and I can't see what I'm looking at. And I was trying Notion to track all my writing project stuff, but part of what helps me remember things is writing things down. So I think that'll be better for me is to write it down. And I don't even have my current planner over here. I don't even know what I did with it. This is the one going into Q4, but I don't have my Q3 one, which has all of my publishing plans for next year, because that's the thing I do is I try to plan at least a year ahead, if not 2 years. I would love to have Bujo magic. I'm just saying. Ooh, Sweary Mom Planner. Okay, that's a new one. I have to look that one up now too. I'm all here for different planners. I love planners. My clusterfuck of a life. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I need a 2024 one. Let me see a 2024 one. I swear because I care. Okay. That is kind of cool. Planner warning. Warning, contains strong language, sarcastic humor, and badass positivity. Used without caution. Okay, I love that. I just said this to you guys because I just found this one on Amazon. Wrong button. How so I press the right one? Here's one that came up. I like this one. Let's see. There's the 2024 one. Aha, ha 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 ha. But yeah. Yeah, I keep trying to make my own, but I don't stick with them. I feel that because that's exactly what I do. I love my washi tape. I have a nice small-ish collection. I say small-ish. I got those acrylic drawers that have 3 rows each. And then there's 3 slots in each drawer. So I've got 5 drawers. times 3, 15 slots of 15 rows of washi tape, and I love it. But at the same time, every time I start doing specific themes in my planners and journals, I am like, this one doesn't match my theme. I need to order one for my youngest. It totally fits her life vibe. Yes. I like those. Where could, okay, Mom, Cat Paw said something. Growth calendar. Dang, if I hear opportunities for growth, I will. Oh my God. Yes. No. Mm-mm. I mean, I'm all about growing, but at the same time, like every time I make plans, something comes along. Even if I've prepared for something to come along and fuck it up, something will come along and fuck it up worse than I thought it would. And I just, no. Mom was trying to eat my planner. She literally attacks my pen and pencil whenever I'm updating my reading one. My reading journal I do keep on Notion because that just works best for me, and I type faster than I talk. That's not quite true, but I type faster than I handwrite. That's the way I wanted to phrase that. I talk too fast for both, and I think too fast for both. But Mamba says planner is not holy and it's Sunday. That is hilarious. But yeah, I have my reading planner, my movie tracker, my movie/TV tracker, and my gaming tracker all on Notion. I haven't been updating my gaming tracker because I was tracking board games as well as video games, and I don't even remember when I stopped using it. I just stopped. But I like it. Ooh. You have some really nice spreadsheets, QWERTY. They do not match what I go for because you separate things in a lot different way than I do. But I do love looking at your spreadsheets every time you post a video about them. I'm looking, drooling, going, oh, that looks so gorgeous. I love it. But it's just not for me. Hey, JK, we're doing okay. We're wrapping up. I'm just sitting here chatting as we're discussing planners and Mambo attacking stuff. We did 4 sprints and I should be getting off soon, but I'm just sitting here chatting now. Joanne. Oh, JK is Joanne. Okay, sorry. I was like, who's Joanne? Just kidding. I knew that. Esther Marie is doing a planning stream. Ooh. Yeah, let's see. What all do I track with I do need to do a video about my reading log now that I've got it set up the way I want it to and it's working. I wanted to test everything to make sure it was working the way I wanted it to. But now that I've got it set up, I started this because I hate Goodreads. And I say that and that's where I grab my covers from when I grab stuff. But my tracker tracks when I finish the book. I don't track when I start it because sometimes it takes me months to finish a book, but usually I finish them in like a day, maybe 2. If it's an audiobook, sometimes it only takes me a day because I listen to them at work. So when I finish them, who the author is, the genre, status, like whether I've read it and what star status I give. I do not give star statuses for nonfiction. And then my star status is weird compared to other people. I don't do the decimal points. I just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to fall somewhere in there. The format, whether it's a physical book, an ebook, or an audiobook, I track the URL because one of the things that drives me insane is that when I buy an ebook and then someone updates the cover before I've had a chance to read it. So like I'm looking at all these covers in my Kindle going, what the fuck? I don't remember buying that book. I did buy that book. So I put the link so I can find it. And then I track whether or not it's part of a reading challenge and if it's a part of a series and what series number it is, if it is. And then in the stuff itself, I do the description of the book, the blurb, cover, where I found it or who recommended it to me, if it was a recommendation, and then my reviews/notes. So that's what all I track with my reading log. And like I said, how many books have I read this year already? A lot. I'm close to 100 now. Just says all current books. 90 books. I've read 90 books this year already. So we still got 3 more months to go. I feel you on Goodreads hate, but it has me in an iron vice. Yeah, I literally just use it to grab covers now. Congratulations on finishing your 200th book, though. That's a lot of books. Well, thank you for coming, Joanne. I love having you here. 2 free books for the first 5 of October. They are older women's fiction from the Devoted Sisters series. That is almost a book a day, which I can completely understand because all my audiobooks, like the dates, the finished date is like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, and they were all started like one after the other. So I feel that. I know that. Do not look at these bookshelves behind me because they have a fuck ton of unread books. That shelf right there that my reader magnet is sitting on, that's all they're on the gotta go list. I have, starting January of 2024, I have a full year to complete them or they go bye-bye because they've been on my shelf for 5+ years. And if I don't read them by the end of next year, they're going bye-bye to make room for books that I do want, because the only books I buy and keep are books that I'm going to read over and over again. If I'm not going to read it over and over again, I'd rather buy the ebook. So, and that's just the trade back size. I've got another shelf right there. There. That one that you can barely see. That's my shelf for like mass market paperback books. So the same thing. Bomb books. These books will self-destructive. That's pretty much what it is. And I did that when I was reorganizing the library, but that's because I'm picky about my shelves and I don't like books in front of books because I'm an out of sight, out of mind person. If I can't see it, I forget it's there. Like I have no idea what's behind that book right there. It's sitting facing us because I wanted to display a book or two, but that's not how I want to display it because it's hiding books and I have no idea what books are behind it and it's driving me nuts. Same thing with down here on that shelf. That's a Kiki's delivery service that's facing outward and I have no idea what 3 books are behind it. So it annoys me, but like I don't like things in front of my books. I can have little trinkets beside the books, but nothing in front of the books. So this, even though I've just cleaned this up and this is what it looks like right now, it annoys the shit out of me. Even my little incense burner that's on that shelf is going to move up to the top once I clear off the top shelf or over there to the dragon shelf someday when I organize it the way I want to. Right now, we just finished cleaning it and getting rid of a bunch of stuff. So everything now has to find its own home. It's still a work in progress. I completed what I wanted to do. I got all the shit out that I wanted to get rid of. June Bloom series readathon and summer series only readathon to catch up on a book a week. I'm at 47 and 13 DNFs. Wow, that's a lot. I am quick to DNF a book and series these days, but then you start talking about how often you DNF, and I'm like, I don't DNF that often. I have technically DNF'd 9 books this year and 7 books this year, but a lot of them are like, I'm a mood reader and I'm a definite mood reader. So there are more books that it's just that I'm not feeling them right now. I need to wait until I'm in the mood to read them. So I just quit reading them. It's not that I actually DNF'd. No, I will no, I will DNF a book if it's that bad. There are some books that are train wrecks to the point where I want to turn away, but I can't, but very few these days because there's too many books out there that I want to read that I'm like, no, fuck this shit. I have DNF'd books. I try to, if I'm going to DNF it, I try to DNF it before the 50% mark, but there's been 2 this year that I did definitely DNF, like they're for sure DNF'd. Then I got to the 68 mark point and I'm like, I'm sorry, these characters are too fucking stupid for their own good and they both deserve to die. Please just kill them off. And then I read the last page and discovered they got their happy ending. And I was like, nope, we're done. They're too stupid to live. I can't. When you are consciously making decisions that will get you seriously hurt or killed and you don't die because you just have some pure dumb fucking luck. Nope. Nope. And literally, they survived because of dumb luck. They did not survive because they got figured shit out. No. They were stupid right up until the end. At least from all the spoiler reviews I read. So, yeah. Plot armor. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it was. You want another book to add to the TBR pile. What is this book? We're all about. We've already added a couple books to everyone's playlist today. Oh, trigger DNFs are a completely different thing because, like, I refuse, absolutely fucking refuse to read any and all books where sexual assault and rape are included and glorified. I'm okay reading it if, like, it's if this has happened and someone's moving past it, and maybe even give it to me if it's a revenge plot. Fuck yes, I'll take that. But if it is glorified in any way, shape, form, or fashion as a necessity for the character to, for whatever reason, no, I will DNF that in a heartbeat because I cannot abide for that shit. Mm-mm. And I do not read the abuse as love shit either for the same freaking reason. Which is why it's really hard for me to read all the spicy novels these days because 90% of them, I'm like, this is just a bully romance where this fucker was picking on you. And I mean, seriously hurting you, picking on you, physically hurting you, and you love him? What? Excuse me? No. Yeah, gratuitous assault. No. I do not like assault or abuse as plot to character development and plot development. No. Mm-mm. Don't suggest. I couldn't possibly add another book to my TBR. Don't tell me what it is. Oh goodness, did I miss some comments in the did you already suggest it, Joanne? I saw the 2 late comments, so I'm curious. HS what? Yeah, and I've written assault scenes. Like I write them, so I cannot say I will never ever read them. But if it's glorified and yeah, no. Did you include a link, Joanne? Because if I've recently discovered that if you do not have wrench power and you send a link, it used to be if you sent a comment, anyone with wrench power could approve or deny it, but now it's not even showing them at all. Like I'm looking at the live chat in the YouTube, and it's not showing any comments that need to be approved. So if you sent a direct link and just instead of just saying it, that's why. And I know there's a way to give people wrench power while on stream, but I don't know how to do that without screwing things up, so I haven't tried that. Yeah, we don't do glorified assault here of any type. I'm all for a revenge story though. I love me a good revenge story. Give me a vigilante book anytime. One of my feel good movies right now that shouldn't be a feel good movie because it's not a good movie. Like it's not a fun, happy. There's no happy ending really. Is Peppermint featuring what's her name? God damn. Now I can't remember her name. Why is my computer not typing? I think my the film in 2018. Jennifer Garner. That's who it was. So right now, my feel-good movie is Peppermint with Jennifer Garner because that is definitely a vigilante, I'm gonna fuck you up movie. Yep, and spicy scenes just for the need of spicy scenes bother me too, just because I'm like, I don't know. I don't need to know what you do behind closed doors. It's not my goddamn business. And if you're gonna if it makes sense for the plot for it to be there, yeah, great. But if it doesn't, sex sells, yeah, but only if it makes it works. Wrench powder is how you make wrench dressing. Yes. Yeah, I love peppermint, and it's one of where I'm like, if I'm really in the mood for a good revenge story, that's the one I watch. And I'm like, yes. Especially since like there's all these movies about like, and this is a completely a different tangent. So there's all these movies about male um men getting revenge for their family being murdered, but like Peppermint was one of the first movies that I discovered where it was a female vigilante getting back for her family being murdered. Because that's a trope that's been around for a while. Like, you killed my family, I'm going to kill you. That's been around forever today. But 99% of the time, I see it with men. So to see a woman in that role, yes, give it to me. All right, I've got to go back and look for book title because I don't remember saying it. It's not showing me. Oh, it's your book. Okay. Okay. I got to go to your channel and check it out. I don't think I've done that yet. I don't have very many spicy scenes, if any at all, in my books. Like, my thought process was like, I want to be able to let my kids read it without, having to explain myself. And while a couple of my books do have spicy scenes, there might be one, maybe two. But a lot of books these days with spicy scenes, like I'm reading books published 10-ish years ago, 10 plus. I've been reading the Bridgerton series, y'all. Been listening to the Bridgerton series on audiobook. And there's quite a few spicy scenes in them. But yeah, sometimes they're just not necessary. And I skim past them. And I definitely don't write them unless if I do write them, I like write one or two, and that's it. Cause I'm all about that spice, No. Sorry. Both the books I am giving away for free this time as characters are recovering from reviews. See, there you go. All right. Let's see if I can do something. JK. I wanted to make sure I spelled your name right. Excuse me. Is it published under J.K. Lambo? Because I am not pulling it up. Give me a second. Books. Oops. That's not a book, damn it. I don't need a Lamborghini. I didn't spell Lambo wrong. Joanne, is it under J.K. Lambo or is it under another name? Out of curiosity. Looking at books so I can share linkies. Which two do you have on sale right now? Mama Ward. I'm looking. Oh, haha. Helps if I sort them from low to high. That might help. All right. You said it was part of the Devoted Sisters, so I found them. Haha. Maybe I found them. Ralph found one. Just sharing all the linkies. There's one. Let's see. I have trigger warnings in the front of the book on the chapters because I don't want someone to stumble on them. I know it is frowned upon to put them on chapters, but let's be honest. Most readers don't read the front of the book dedicated to info. That's because e-readers skip to chapter 1 with passing all of the front matter stuff. And I purposely go back until I see the cover. None of my published or recent works have any spicy scenes in them. I'm planning to slip more spice into my works in the future. No spicy scenes, so there's enough for Terry Pressure. You're right? I like Discworld. Flame Burning Within. I think that was the other one I saw. Yep. Okay. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I'm not seeing a comment with your title, Joanne. Do. Nor am I finding your YouTube channel so I can, stalk you. Sorry. I'm literally stalking people on stream. Trying to find all their stuff. Yep, we're both dropping links at the same time, I noticed. But yours have like the title next to them, whereas mine didn't. I was just dropping links. You just have to randomly click them and see what they are. Ah, there it is. Okay, she found it. There we go. Ah, that's why I couldn't find it. It was under another name. I'm literally sitting here looking up JK Lambo and it's showing me like Lamborghini Hot Wheels. That's a cute cover. I like how it looks like flour on a cutting board. I realize those are the cupboard doors, but still, that's what it reminds me of, is a flour on a cutting board because you have to knead the dough. That's what it looks like. Okay. All right, guys. I was waiting long enough to get that link before I wrapped up because I was like, she's shared it or she's trying to share it. It's not working. So found it, got it. Got new books to add to TBRs, got new planners to look at. Thanks, guys. I hate you so much, but I love you at the same time. I don't need any more planners. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. Thank you guys for joining me today. It's been a blast. I've loved all the conversations today and all the links shared for different books and stuff. I have a lot more research to do before I am ready for NaNoWriMo. And I hope to see you guys all in my next stream. I stream on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 10 a.m. Eastern. So I will be back for more writing sprints on Wednesday. And then in November, I don't know what I'm streaming yet. I do not know what my schedule is going to be like because there's been some changes at work and I might be getting moved to a new shift. I might be going to third shift, which that's beautiful for me. But at the same time, I'm like, it's about to be winter. That means snow. Fuck my life. Because driving is going to be fun. But yeah, anyways, thank you all for joining me. And I will see you guys all in my next stream. And yeah, have a good one. Bye, everyone. I got to press buttons, but bye, everyone.